Hello and welcome to our podcast, Connecting and Supporting Others. I am Mira Reiss and I am delighted to have you here with us. Enjoy. Welcome. I am very happy to have here today Maria. Welcome, Maria. So we met, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago online.
About that.
About that, yeah. So, and it was on one Facebook group, which is supporting people to go live and not be afraid. And actually, I think 3 weeks ago, you organized a lovely summit where I was honored to be a guest. It was again about being visible online, especially for people who are not teenagers anymore and who have a little bit, let's say, like I had before, not to be visible online on social media. So welcome, Maria.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm very happy to have you here. And actually, I just tell about you that you are a business coach. Could you introduce yourself a little bit, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Mira Kompanowski. I am a business coach specializing in startup businesses and businesses existing up to 5 years.
Great, thank you. So, and have you know, this podcast is about our mission, which we have in our life. So, could you share with us what is your mission? What is your true calling?
My true calling is to connect, inspire, motivate, and educate million people worldwide.
Wow, congratulations, it's great. Yeah, super. So, and you would like to kind of support them in some way? What is your aim to do with these people?
The first and foremost, my aim is to prepare them for the right start in business. Because in my research and my experience, I found that over 95% businesses fail in the first year. And out of those 5% that are left, they will be dissolved within the next 5 years. So there is a reason for that. And it's not just one, there is a number of reasons for it. In my mind, in my opinion, the biggest reason is that we are not ready for the business from the psychological point of view. The reason, there is always the why, and there is always the reason why we want to go into business. And sometimes we go for the wrong reasons. Sometimes we go into business for the wrong why. And for me, there is 3 pillars that are important and they must be in place in order to start the business and continue in it. And these are passion, vision, and belief.
Wow.
Passion is the driving force, is giving you the reason to get up every morning and to do the things that you need to do. You create the list, you carry out all the tasks, and then you are at peace with yourself because you've done what you're supposed to be doing. Passion will also get you out of any obstacles. If you have a low period of time where you feel depressed, where you feel upset, where you feel that I am questioning myself, why I am doing it, this is not going to work. Passion is going to kick you and get you out of that depression because it will be really motivating you to do. Vision is what I call GPS. You set the final picture in your mind. You know exactly in every detail what you are achieving. And then you just drive towards it. So as an example, if you are going from say Manchester to London, and you don't know, you have never been at the address, you set your GPS either in your phone or in your car, and you start your journey according to what the GPS is telling you, because you know the destination. And it's the same in business and in life. You need to see it first, and then you can start driving towards it using the steps that you have planned out and written them out. And then the self-belief is the cream on the cake, which helps you to join the passion and the vision, and it drives you towards that ultimate goal because you have already seen it. It is there. All you need to do is just take the steps necessary with the strength that self-belief give you and achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah, it's amazing. I do love your approach, and it's really, really important, all steps which you said, because actually, if we don't believe in ourselves, we can move forward, and actually nobody will believe to us, because it's very important what
Yes.
energy we have, what we manifest, and when we manifest that we don't believe ourselves, we don't love ourselves, people will receive us like this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's very important actually to set our steps and to know where we are going exactly. So
Yes.
it's absolutely
Yes.
great.
When we set up a business, we need to have a written business plan, and it is not for the purpose of lending from financial sources. It is for the purpose of creating a staged plan to which we adhere. And it has to contain not just the steps we're going to take, but it has to contain our objectives, our goals, and it has to contain the steps that we are taking, including the team that is required to help us to achieve what we are setting out to achieve. And the most important part of that plan is the cash flow forecast. Because when we start the business, we cannot walk in the dark. We need to set out steps and set out small goals in order to achieve them. So the monthly cash flow is one of our stepping stone to getting the success we want to achieve. And this is one of the most common mistakes that startup businesses are doing. No cash flow, no idea how much they want to earn. And there is something which I like to bring from Grant Cardone, who is the world renowned expert in sales. And he says this: if you are starting the business, you need to know how much you want to earn. You need to know how much you want to earn every month. Is it 5,000? Is it 1,000? Is it a million? And unless you know that, you will never be able to make it because you are not knowing what you are aiming at.
Yeah.
And then the next step is, once you achieve that 1,000, 5,000, you need to then look at it again and say, okay, this is what I've got now. So let's see how I can 10 times this. And you create the next strategy for creating not 5,000, but 50,000 per month. And that is so important. And sadly, there is no one that teaches that our startup businesses. And often we have a situation where people say, oh, which business should I start? Which is the most profitable one? And what happened if they start that business on this assumption and then something goes wrong, like, for instance, the situation 15 months ago, 16 months ago, and then they give up
Yeah.
because they are not ready for tackling the obstacles.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually, I think, very, very important. It's good you said about this, that we have to be ready, because our life is as well not only good but bad in our. It's our, when we don't have any obstacles, we don't develop. Yeah, I
Exactly.
think this is one of the reason when people who are successful, they are taking their obstacles like lessons to improve. They don't give up. They take, oh great, I need to learn from this. But many of us, when we had obstacles, okay, again and again, everything is going against me. We're starting to think like victims, not like creators,
Yes.
what we really are in our lives, and we give up. But really, when we take, oh yeah, this is a lesson, I have to learn some new skills, then we can continue and then we can develop. Because without
Exactly.
lessons, we can't develop. We will be stuck in one place. Yeah.
Yes. But the other thing which I work with my clients is I explain to them what is the law of attraction, the law of substitution, and the law of reciprocation. So they know that the world is not just what they see, that there are other forces, other sources which are invisible, that are working towards the benefit. And often they are surprised. They know about that there is something higher and stronger, but they don't really think about it until they are actually told, and then they will bring to their memory the things that happened in the past and they haven't realized what it was. So it's a great way to work, and I use a spiritual coaching as well, and law of attraction. I am a certified law of attraction coach as well.
Yeah, actually, this is, I think, the best combination actually to bring these two on let's say on material level, when we are thinking only on
Yes.
the surface, like business, it's like about, but actually everything is interconnected. But a lot
Yes.
of people are kind of stuck in this, let's say, money world, and what is a little bit only that, like what we can touch, but don't go
Yes.
inside. And when you combine these two realities, which are really one reality, but we don't know about this, it's great for everybody to start to think from inside, not from outside, and combine all this together. It's great you are helping in this way. I didn't know, so you are doing great job. So thank you for this. If you would like to share a little bit about this as well, it will be great. How you helping people with this spiritual coaching.
Oh, I am using this because I've got the ability to, shall we say, go inside the other person's, shall we say, inside. And I quite often know what they say before they say it. So I can, by knowing that, I can actually ask the relevant questions and be able to help them to understand that the issues that they might have are not really the issues that they should be tackling. Okay, so I would, for example, uh, someone came to me with a complaint that their business have been taken away. And they had 65 people employed, and within 6 months, uh, the business disappeared. They nearly lost their house, and they nearly committed suicide. So I looked at everything within the business, and I very quickly realized that the biggest issue of that business is not the business itself, is the person at the helm of the company. And this person was very closed. He could not take in the fact that he is the person that has created the situation. And there is shall we say, there is knowledge, there is wisdom of the Polynesian called Ho'oponopono, where you can use the knowledge from the Ho'oponopono to be able to find out exactly what is happening with the person. And I use those skills to discover the issues that were at the center of the business failing. And it was very, very difficult to converse with someone who is completely closed to things that he cannot touch. And his attitude was purely how much I am going to have out of it, how much I can get out of the business. So when we start working on him, and then on his attitude, and then on his openness towards the, shall I say, universe, he then started to change and changed his attitude towards the people he employed, towards the business as a business. And then all of a sudden, he came back into his business, and within further 6 months, he has not only recovered the clients with his new understanding, with his new approach, but he started employing 45 people, and now he is employing 85 people.
Wow.
So that is, and to be honest, he is in a very, very difficult industry, because the shipbuilding industry is virtually collapsed. In Europe, is hardly anything being done, and yet he found his niche, and he is working, employing so many people. His life has changed for the better. He is more open to the universe. He cooperates with universe, and he is totally, shall we say, new person.
Wow. Great.
So
Yeah.
that is the most vivid example I can provide you. But from my personal experience, the most vivid example I can provide is a few years ago. I was running, before I became coach, I was running a cleaning and property maintenance business. And the law of attraction can work really immediately. And I was passing through a city center, and just a split of a second, information came into my brain. And I looked to my left, and I saw this estate agent. And just a split of a second thought, I would like to work with these people. So I went back to the office, and that afternoon, one of our employees came to the office and brought a local free paper. That was, and he knew I don't read papers, so he says, this might be useful. So I looked at him and I said, why did you bring, I don't read papers. He said, well, you never know. And he walked away. So when he went, I picked up that paper and I went into classifieds, and there was a boxed advertisement, a reputable cleaning company required for a property portfolio. And there was telephone number. So I rang this telephone number, and 5 minutes later, I was at the office, because they happened to be next to us.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, I'm at that office, explaining what we do and so on. And the lady said to me, okay, so we will give you a test. We give you a couple of properties to clean. And if you are good, we will maintain the cooperation with you. But the keys for those two properties are not in this office. You will need to pick it up from our city center office. I said, okay. So next day I'm going to that city center office, and that was exactly the office
You saw.
that I have seen.
Yeah.
And that was a really light up moment for me, that the law of attraction is working. At that time I was not as developed as I am now, but that was the striking moment that I started to believe, truly believe, in the power of the universe and the power of our mind. So yes, and that this example is one of the biggest one, but there is many more I can bring, and as a proof about the cooperation between us as energy source and the universe as another energy source. So it is very powerful, and if we can work with it, we can do wonders.
Yeah, definitely. I do believe I actually work like with energy on all levels, how I was telling on our summit. And most important from my point of view, it's like to be in the flow, to be in the same,
Yes,
be in synchronicity with source. We are just bringing this energy here, we are manifesting. And when we are open ourselves, like through our heart and belief, and we can do actually everything. We are very, very
yes,
powerful. And I'm using this advantage of my name. I'm saying I'm Mira, but we all are miracles. But we
yes,
forgotten this. But when we start to believe in ourselves, when we open our heart and just be in the present moment, realize that we are really powerful beings. We are here to enjoy our life, not to suffer, and start
yes,
to do kind of changes in our approaches. Everything is possible. And
absolutely.
how we said it needs to kind of lesson. It can be like this because we need to learn some more. It can't change that. Now I say I change. Of course it will be, but we need to, let's say, maybe it's change all our energetic system, everything. But I
Yes,
think the belief is the most important on the beginning, and try, how you say, not to give up. Just follow, your heart. Just follow your destiny.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, Maria. So now we can actually go to our second question. Image that you have a superpower and you can travel back in the time and you have great opportunity to meet younger Maria. What kind of advice you will give yourself?
The first and foremost, I would say, love yourself. That will give you self-confidence. And the most important, whatever you do, never ever give up.
Yeah. I think it could be your motto, never ever give up.
It is my motto.
Yes, it is.
It is my motto.
Yeah.
Because I came from a place where I had no self-esteem. I was very much lacking belief in myself. I did inside, I knew I want to achieve things, but I wasn't really aligning that with what I was thinking inside and what I was doing, because of the fears that I have developed inside myself. So I had to first fight all my demons in order to be where I am today.
Yeah. And actually, again, I think it was great lesson for you because now you know how is it to walk in the shoes people who are in the same situation how you were before. And I do believe it's the best way how we can support others because we know what they went through. Of course, we are unique. Everybody has unique way, but we have something similar, So I think that this lesson, which everybody we have were very let's say helpful for you. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And now our last question. You have our other superpower. You could be a rainmaker. And it's a lovely sunny day. And you make a really nice rain and huge rainbow. It's in the sky. And in this rainbow, you can put your message for everybody who is ready to receive your message? What do you put in this rainbow?
What I would put in this rainbow is that always stay humble, always appreciate your road to where you are right now, and be empathic to everyone, but most of all, spread the unconditional love. Accept others as they are, because each and every one of us have got our own path to tread on and our own lessons to learn. But loving everyone gives us the feeling of unification, the feeling of being one big family.
Wow. I think it's nothing to I can add because really it was said very, very nicely. Thank you very, very much. It was a great pleasure talking to you, and I believe we can meet again and have some other talk. So thank again and have a lovely day, Maria. Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye bye.